Thank you.
Sorry for the interruption.
Yes, I hope you froze my time. So that is not eaten by your intervention, Mr. Speaker. Because I only have 20 minutes.
Please indulge my intelligence.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So, you know, Mr. Speaker, this couch, we've had 9-year-old girls getting pregnant. And the law has remained indifferent to this couch. It's a national couch in our society. Child marriages and below the age of consent sexual activities. Compounded to these problems, Mr. Speaker, you have problems that your honorable members are raising every week. The issue of drug abuse, particularly drug abuse in schools. And the law has not been mobilized to deal with that. Because these children do not manufacture crystal meth. These children do not grow dagga or prepared in the hemp. It's supplied by middlemen. It's supplied by suppliers who are known in the Harare avenues. People who sell drugs, who import drugs, they are known. Mr. Speaker, it has gotten so terrible that even diapers are being smoked. The television sets, the old television sets are being crushed to get powder for children to smoke. So we have a problem, Mr. Speaker. But I want to speak on this bill. Mr. Speaker, I'm concerned with the age that the bill sets that we presume a child can commit a crime, which is 12. In my respective submission, we should increase that age to 40. A child is a child. He lacks apprehension, he lacks comprehension. So let's raise the age to 40 and let's ensure that we have specialists that can assist with the repatibility of the age at 40. The second issue about the bill, Mr. Speaker, are the penalties. We can't impose custodial sentences on children because it is unconstitutional. We can't impose a whipping on children because it is unconstitutional. Our constitutional court has declared whipping a breach of section 53 of the Constitution, which deals with cruel and degrading, cruel and degrading, torturous treatment. That means that rehabilitation centers, probation centers become so important. But probation centers require expertise, require children experts that will be able to work with these children towards the agenda of reformation, towards the agenda of rehabilitation. The new philosophy of criminal justice is agreed and endorsed in our constitution is one towards rehabilitation, in one towards the cultivation of that individual who have committed an offense to come back to normal life. But I don't think, Mr. Speaker, that the law, including the current bill that we are going to be debating in the second reading, I don't think it's sufficiently mobilized towards the agenda of reform and rehabilitation. We are concerned with the idea of punitive justice, but you know that the old concept of an eye for an eye, which makes the whole world blind, is outmoded. We should reform, we should rehabilitate. So I move, Mr. Speaker, that we concentrate on probation center, we concentrate on a rehabilitation center, we concentrate also on community involvement. In African customary law, criminal law doesn't exist, Mr. Speaker. Criminal law doesn't exist because in African customary law, a crime is a community equality. So the whole family becomes involved. If a member of a family kills another member of another's family, the whole family atones because Kuletin do not cause. So you pay cattle, you go and work in the fields of that particular person. I would like to see the involvement of the community, the involvement of the family, the involvement of the church when it comes to criminal justice. So there are things that we can take from African customary law which does not recognize criminal law but recognizes the principles of compensation, the criminals of rehabilitation, the criminals of the principles of forgiveness, the principles of reconciliation. Those are not recognized in this bill. Mr. Speaker, there are other things that are not covered by this bill in particular, which affect the children. Why is it that 44 years after independence, in Black independence Zimbabwe, a mother cannot still get a passport for a child? She has to wait for the father. And you know, Mr. Speaker said that the majority of children born in this country are born out of wedlock. Therefore, the mother is not married, but she has to wait for either a married man to run away from his wife to come inside the passport and get the certificate. She has to wait for a father who has run away from Botswana who just dominated the sperm that gave rise to that child. So it's not good enough for Mr. Speaker. Let us recognize the equality between men and women, particularly between in respect of the raising of children. The High Court, through Justice Joe, has issued a very important judgment that recognizes the principle of co-custody. The principle of co-custody must also be extended to the principle of co-guardianship. So you can't have co-custody, which is liability, because manano duraka, pautani manapke, wozoti kurit, wozoti noa, wozoti mukaka. Custody is expensive, but guardianship is not expensive. And pakurorwa, murume, akaita ngemimi speaker, tiachukupiwa zvimombe, mukadzi unopiwa kamombe tehumani chete. That is not good enough. I took your cows. So, Mr. Speaker, these things are not good enough. These things are not good enough. We are not sufficiently respecting women, and because we are not sufficiently respecting women, we are also not then sufficiently respecting children, Mr. Speaker. And with women, I think it needs a standalone motion on its own. So I appeal, Mr. Speaker, that as we debate this bill, we recognize that children are fundamentally incapable of committing crime. And that when they do crime, we should move for rehabilitation, reconciliation, accommodation, and incorporation into society. I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. But until the passage of the Marriage Act, the law is being changed. You are also aware, Mr. Speaker said, that last year the Constitutional Court, in the judgment of Diana Eunice Kawenda, versus Minister of Justice, issued an important judgment that increased the age of sexual consent to 18. And again, we have not done anything. More than 2 years after that judgment, we have not done anything. As far as the child justice is concerned, we want to...
I want to hear from the chairman of Justice, Legal and why are you not taking action since 2016?
Action? Yes. Age of sexual consent.
What is the problem?
We have no problem.
Stand up. Why did you call the ministry to account?
All I know is that the minister promised to bring the bill to Parliament, and indeed he did. That's why we are engaging this bill. And it is my hope that all those issues will be addressed in this parliament.
Can you be candid in your intervention? Honorable Chair, Justice, try to see that instruction. Thank you.
Noted, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
So just add one more thing.
Before the heavens fall.
Yes, that is the NPA board. It's not the NPA board. It's still not there. It's still not there. The National Authority Board. It's still not there, and How does it function? How does such an entity function on the board? What is the Justice Committee done?
I think,
Give them timelines, Honorable Chair.
okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.